Things that probably stick in my mind would be going back to the Connacht Club final, after we'd beaten Allen Gales, and I think we'd seen some disappointments going back over, 95 and 91, where we'd won Connacht clubs and then didn't push on, in the All-Ireland series. And I recall Ray, after, receiving the cup for the Connacht Club, saying that we'd knocked on the door a couple of times and that this time we planned to kick the door open, and as it turned out, I think it was a real motivator for us, and we never switched off after winning the Connacht Club, and it was very firmly in our minds that we were going to have a right go at the All-Ireland.
But what a ball from Scotland! Intercepted by Ray shipping it up now to Michael Donlan then to Eddie, to Trevor Buck, being chased by Hackett, still Buck, cutting inside, fitting a lovely one inside to Riley takes the shot, it's the post, goal for Riley, 2-10 to 11 points. Maguire takes a shot, the referee goes into Glenn Comer, draws on, and the referee blows the final whistle. That is that, my friend, and Corofin are on Arena Connacht. They're the champions of Connacht, the AIB Connacht champions for the third time in their history.
We're not satisfied at this point in time with a Connacht club title. We want to win an All-Ireland club. We set our goal on an All-Ireland club at the beginning of the year. The one thing about this game is it's over now, we're on course, but we'll be putting in a lot of work between now and an All-Ireland semi-final. On that performance, we won't get within 10 points of Dungiven.
The following February, Corofin were geared up for a tilt at Dungiven in the All-Ireland semi-final, and the Connacht champions were determined to make it through to a first ever final appearance in Croke Park. It was a day Aidan Donlan remembers fondly.
The day against Dungiven with Joe Bolly and Keevers and those guys, it was a super day. By the skin of our teeth we got through, 11 points to 9, so it was great to finally get to Croke Park, and once we got there we were going to make sure we were going to make the best of it.
And Donlan is thundering through, he's turning it right through. Still Donlan takes a shot, and Donlan's the name! Aidan Donlan! They went to Shane Cunningham on the run. Shane Cunningham fists it high and over the bar. Shane the name! Four picks it up, gives it to Paul Murphy. One of the Corofin friend, Derek Riley, flattened right down under us here by number 4. Shoshan McConnell along the corner, and he's put him on. Dungiven are down to 14 men. Greeny going through. He's got Jerry Buck back outside, decides to give it back out to Jerry. Jerry chips it high, it's looking good, and it's a great goal. Derek Riley couldn't get it, but how did he manage to tip it down to Eddie Steed? Eddie says, I'll take it, yes! Eddie selling ducks and selling drakes and then giving it to Grady, who's always available for the pass. Aidan Donlan to Trevor Burke. Trying to get through, 2 men around him. That's not an easy thing. Trevor tries him out there. A flying finish for Trevor Burke. Yellow and grey of Arena Corofin. Well done in an All-Ireland final. Corofin are into an All-Ireland final. Cream the hair and lawn Eva Portick, the 17th of March.
Words can't describe, Leo, how happy I am at this moment to be playing in Croke Park at the 17th of March. St. Paddy's Day will be all up there, boy.
What really stood to them was that they weren't afraid of them. They came up here on equal terms with them. They went out there and they played football, and they bet them at football. It's a thrilling experience to be heading for Croke Park on Patrick's Day.
And so it was on to Croke Park on St. Patrick's Day 1998 for the All-Ireland Club football final against the highly rated Dublin and Leinster champions Erin's Own. Once again, Corofin were underdogs, with the weight of history against them, as no Galway team had ever won the Andy Merrigan Cup. But this was no ordinary Galway team, and that day proved to be no ordinary day.
But who's going to claim that football title? Well, that's going to be decided in the next hour or so here at Croke Park.
We were confident going up there, that we could take it home, and it never had come across the Shannon before, so that was in the back of our heads, but we knew we had a good team.
We had great belief in ourselves. The will to win in that team was very, very strong.
For if to win inspire, choosing very soul for all to find, an honest heart and open mind, to win just once, to win just once.
Well, Jerry was my partner midfield that day, and you know, he just when it came to the crucial point in the match, when it was 10-all with about 6 or 7 minutes to go, he stepped up to the plate, kicking points off the left and the right, and really pushed home and gave a fantastic display all through.
So come on, you full-time small-town heroes, cast away your inbred fears.
The important thing was to come up here today and win an All-Ireland, and that's what we set out to do, and we did it in style.
The old men on the team, the likes of Jerry Burke and all them guys, got the younger lads going when the heads went down, and we needed that.
And time is passing, so come on and face the ball. The game is on. To win just once, to win just once, to win just once. That would be enough. To win just once, to win just once, to win just once. That would be enough.
The greatest days of our football lives today. It's unbelievable. We look back at this in 20 years' time and we'll ask ourselves, did it really happen?